It says show. Hello, folks. Welcome to Wednesday Night Beat Chat. Here we are again. So let's see. Talk a little bit about honey production and what we're seeing in our colonies. It's hot again up here in the Northeast. I am outside of Philadelphia in the southeastern corner of Pennsylvania, but north of Philadelphia, about 40 minutes, I guess you'd say. So any new folks that are on, we have 3. Hey, Mike, it's me, Tom, and Mike. Mike, Tom, and Mike.
He needs to get on. This perfect time. It's just the 3 of us.
Yeah, Mike, do you ever sign on? Click on the button. Come in the studio. Come see where the magic happens.
Craziness.
I have my little book for my people to see. I haven't written in it in a long time, but we've had new people on since I've been keeping this book.
Here's
There's
Kaylin.
Kaylin. Hi, Kaylin. Hopefully, Kaylin will have some questions. So new people, you see here. I want to see where. I have not looked in this book in forever.
Yeah.
Good enough here. I have good enough in here. Kirk. I do remember his name.
Yeah. Good enough. He's in the
Honeybee
book?
compound. Huh?
He's in that book? Oh, he's in your book. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't written in here since well, I don't know. It's been weeks now. I have Honeybee Compound in here, North Maryland. He's near Charlie and Jason, but I didn't get a name.
I've never gotten his name.
Usurpations. Here's some trivia for you, Tom, some terminology. What's usurpation? What is that?
What was that again?
Usurpation. Usurpation.
No idea.
It's when the queen. Lost Tom. It's when the queen, the Africanized genetics do it when they move in and throw out a queen. That's usurpation. I'm not saying it right. Oh, there's Tom. Tom's back.
My
What's going on
screen
with you?
crapping out.
Are you in the barn? Are you out in
No,
the barn?
I'm
Oh, because I was just wondering if your router's going in and out.
something's going on. The YouTube's not going out. It's just StreamYard.
I'm not
Yeah,
pushing
that's
any.
kind of weird
Yeah,
because I got YouTube up too just to see how many people are on. Up
5.
to 5.
So it's me, you, Mike, and Kaylin. 4. I don't know. There's a
Yeah.
fifth person. There's an incognito. We don't know who they are. Da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Oh, so I have this colony out there, and I call it the ant hive because it keeps getting ants. Like it has tons. It just I have to move it. But my wagon, I need a new wheel on my wagon, so I'll be doing that shortly. But anyway, so it was a package that I had gotten, and they superseded that queen. I had clipped and marked her, so they didn't swarm. They just rolled her because I never found them, and they superseded that queen, and then they superseded that queen. So it
Wow.
had a virgin in it on Monday. Yeah, there's packages, man. They just don't want to settle. They'll the first year they will just requeen and requeen and requeen because they just can't settle themselves. But so
Right.
anyway, Monday, Monday we looked out and she was not laying. I have, I think, 3 queens in my yard that do not appear to be mated and are not laying. So I know I talked about it last night that I was frustrated about, getting these queens up and running. I want them proven layers for quite a while before I put Formic on. So, but anyway, so I
Right.
went out. They had a real nice, a beautiful, uncapped queen cell. Hi, Roy.
Hey, Roy.
They had a really nice uncapped, and I'm not one to really split hairs about supersedure cells and swarm cells and all. Like they're just queen cells for me. I don't try to pretend I know what they're telling me by where she's placed on the frame. Right?
Right.
I mean, that's just me, but I don't do it. So anyway, so they had a beautiful, I guess it was down towards the bottom. I don't remember. I have a picture of it.
I think only the emergency queen cells can be inferior just because they don't have the selection. But if they've got the selection, they're going to be just as good. Hey, Grayson. So Nancy dropped off. Yeah, she totally dropped off too. StreamYard's got some issue going on.
I just got zapped into nowhere land. Hi, Grayson.
Well,
Grayson, why
I
don't you
think
come in?
StreamYard's having issues.
Yeah, now that you keep bopping in and out. Brent Wells.
I'm back.
I'm
Nancy's
all
back,
alone.
Brett.
No, I'm here. I'm back. I'm here. I don't know. Tom gets zapped off of StreamYard, then I get zapped off of StreamYard.
Yeah.
But Brent Wells, I got a new name. I got a name for my book. Brent, welcome. I have a book where I have people's names in, and I don't remember seeing your name before. Tell us where you're from in the country. Where are you signing in from? Ah, see now there goes Tom. Oy vey. Um, yeah, I don't know. I guess he'd come back. So anyway, I don't know. I forget what I was talking about. Oh, when the system overloads. Okay, Grayson. Thanks. Grayson's more experienced at lives than me. I've only been on since February. Some Texas.
Texas.
Texas is a big state. We're in Texas. And don't worry, no one's coming. No one's coming to see you. Where are you about? We got a lot of guys from Texas. So whereabouts? Give us an idea. Are you near Dallas? Are you near
Fort Worth,
Houston?
Dallas, Houston.
Yeah, up in the right hand corner, up in the little panhandle thing. Oh,
Waco.
Waco. Waco. Were you on before, Brent? Or is this your first time on? we all have chats. Like every night of the week, there's a chat. Somebody has one on. Sometimes there's two of us on. There's Tom again. I wonder why this system. Well, Tom, I'm kind of
Oh,
glad.
I'm
I'm
not
kind of
supposed to
glad
be
you're
online
bouncing in
tonight.
Central Texas. Okay, Central. I kind of think I know where Waco is, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
I'm kind of glad, Tom, that you're going in and out too, because then I know it's not just me, or like it's not my my router.
that's my fourth time in 11 minutes. Crazy.
Oh. So I was talking about this queen that I think my queen. So Monday was nice and hot, and she was not mated on Monday. And today she's mated. So I don't know if she went out in the rain yesterday. Let's see. Yesterday, I think it was nice in the beginning of the day. And then we went into hellish thunderstorms at around 4 o'clock, 4:30, or today. But she's already laying. She's laid up on two different frames since Monday. Monday being a virgin or looking like a virgin to today, all puffed out and laying on two separate frames.
That's cool.
Oh, Brent, thanks for breaking out of your shell. That's cool. We like people to come at least come over
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
you know.
You can ask questions, all caps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all caps for questions. First year BK. Oh, okay. I think yeah, so we do call ourselves advanced beekeepers or experienced beekeepers, but we love to
crazy
toss around a first
beekeepers.
year too. So bring it
Yeah,
on, and we'll give you
I
four
was
different
once the
answers.
first year, second year, third year, fourth year.
But we were all there. Grayson, I'm at 19 or 20 colonies, I think. 20? Say 20 to be fair. Something like that. I like to get down to I'd like to get down to
Times now.
15. Uh, what are you running, Grayson? What are you up to now? I said this last night. I said growing is easy. It's staying put. It's staying put that's hard.
Yeah, yes, it is. Well, I checked my hive number 12 that swarmed 3 weeks ago, and it was queenless. So I moved.
All right. So he keeps getting thrown off, and I get thrown off too. So if there's nobody here for a few seconds, we will be right back. Hi, good enough. Nice to see you again.
So I moved
Oh,
one of
okay.
the queens into it.
Grayson's at 13. Yeah. Yeah. Staying put is harder than growing from my experience.
Yeah, staying put's 3 times harder. Because now you've got to manage your bees versus just growing your bees.
So Brent Wells is a first year beekeeper. Let's be on our best behavior.
So, Brett, how many hives did you start out with? One, two, or three?
Hi, Randy.
Hey, Randy.
Oh, okay. So Wildwood has, yeah, I had, as of Monday, I had three virgins I was waiting on. And I went down today, just now at 5 o'clock, I went down and she's mated.
Now it's Nancy's turn to be knocked out. She's got to let herself back in. Crazy StreamYard. Maybe we got to find a different streaming service. It's your turn, Nancy.
I shut down YouTube, not knowing if that's going to do. I don't know. I think, like Grayson said, I think it's StreamYard. I'm afraid to say anything. I'm afraid to say anything, Tom. As soon as we started, we're zapped out of.
I shut down my YouTube. Just
Yeah,
got stream
too.
mode running. So I got
Oh,
Hive now because I combined a Hive.
oh, you're down one.
Well, it's just because I had to. I, number 12 is one of my main honey hives, so it's got a queen now.
Hey, Grayson, when do you pull? When do you pull honey, Grayson? Do you do one pull? Do you do continue like every 2 week pulls, or what do you do down there in Alabama?
Yeah, they probably got multiple pools just because they got all these different trees blooming.
Well, I know, but Matt from Sandy Valley, he had like 5 or 6 supers on because he can only do one pull. The guys were
Right.
talking the other night about just doing one pull, so I don't know.
I put mine are in double deeps now with one super on them with no queen excluder. I'm hoping to get a clover, one more super off of each hive. Well, let's say I want to get my first super off of each hive.
You know what, Grayson? Look what Grayson said. I'm pretty much there too, buddy. I'm pretty much there. I I
Yeah.
I did put supers on. I asked them to pull a second deep for me this year, which was a lot. So I got 2 deeps. I got a medium on. They're filling when that's filled, then I did put a queen excluder and a super on. But if that medium, if they move that up into the super, then it's gonna get back down to them. Like I'm gonna put it back down.
Well, I'm going to let them fill up the two deep boxes, and anything that's in the super, I'm going to take, and then put the super back on wet, and then feed them a little bit to fill that super back up. That's my game plan. Just because the flow was horrible this spring, hoping to get a summer flow.
Well, yeah, and I don't want to rely. I don't. Well, so when I set my extraction room up, I need it to be worth it. I'm not going to set it up to extract 200, 300 pounds. I need 500 or more. I'm not even going to set it up and they're going to keep it all. So, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I have down there. I'm afraid to look. But, so Brent says, yeah, okay. So Brent,
Yes.
the new thought is to have 3 colonies. To have three for new beekeepers to have 3 colonies. Not just 2. That was that's what we were taught for years and years, but now and I think that's a good idea to have 3. So anyway, so Brent, are you equalizing? Are you stealing from Peter to pay Paul? So you're keeping them, hi collector. You keeping them
Like he's got,
equalized?
it sounds like he's got one bad queen.
But he's new.
Sounds like he's got,
He's not gonna know that yet. Like he's not gonna be able to diagnose a queen. He just needs to keep. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, but he says it's weak and one's strong. At least he's got a comparison.
Yep. Yep.
And he probably doesn't know what a
Well, if you're split
strong
the
hive
strong,
is.
hey, why don't you do this? Why don't you split the strong one and then you have a backup? Yeah, it's a bad queen, right?
Yeah,
Split
that's
the
what I'm
strong
thinking.
one. Drop the. Drop the. Where are you at? Wait, yeah, you got time to split. drop some strong frames, into a 5 frame, and then do a split, and then combine it, or pinch the bad queen.
They try to supersede her. Okay.
Uh, yeah, they're not happy with her.
You're not happy with
Well,
the
they
whole
tried.
genetics
Wait, they tried to supersede her. Why weren't they successful in superseding her?
because they don't like the
Curious about
genetics
that.
of that queen. That'd be my guess. So, Brent, you're probably better off going into your strong hive, pinch that queen or whatever you got in there, or a cell. So, go into your hive, take a frame of eggs, young larvae, and put it in your weak hive so they pull a cell from that genetics versus the genetics they
Mm-hmm.
have.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, you want the genetics from the strong colony. You want to put in eggs and larvae. Um, Good enough is saying Kirk is good enough, but good enough is saying that's an awful lot to ask of a new first year beekeeper,
It
that
is.
to put the money out for a mated queen, and then to actually have them accept her. If they're
Yeah.
used to a crappy queen, they might not even take to something they don't make.
Hey,
But
Nancy, I'm going to hop off and reboot my computer.
all right, that's a
See
good
if that
idea.
helps. All right, I'll be
Somebody better
right
come
back.
in with me. Somebody better come in here with me. I don't want to be sitting here by myself. Yes. You just take eggs and larvae. And do you have a 5 frame? You can drop them in, or just pinch her and put in. Yeah, I got thrown out too. Hi, Pennsyltucky. If the screen goes blank, just hold tight. Me and Tom keep getting thrown out. We don't know why. I need a co-pilot here. So Pencil, we're talking to Brent Wells. Oh wow, everybody's still here.
Okay.
So I rebooted my computer too. We're all so This is interesting. I'm curious. So when there's no host, everybody just hangs out in the room, I guess.
Yeah, and I put a comment up saying we lost Nancy and I'm backstage.
Yeah. Well, I rebooted. I did what you did when I got thrown off this last time. I rebooted. So, thanks, guys. Yeah, this is crazy. I've never seen this kind of stuff happen before.
Well,
Uh,
there's a lot of people
Yellow,
out of
green screen or yellow. Hey, Randy, are you colorblind or is Brent colorblind? We got a green or a yellow. Interest. So yeah, so I don't know. I guess it just keeps running. That's crazy. I had no idea. I thought it would all shut down.
uh, yeah, it was just a screen.
Hmm.
I'm looking at the internet outages. None by you, a little bit by me.
Oh. Oh, you can see that?
Well, I
Like
know
where do you
how.
go for oh,
Remember, I was in the industry, just,
buttons.
being an electrical engineer.
Buttons. Yeah. I don't know what that information. Yeah, I think it's StreamYard. So when we host
Yeah,
these
yeah,
chats, we're on a program called StreamYard that is attached and runs through YouTube where you guys are y'all where y'all are. Uh, so it's StreamYard that apparently is having the issue because, right? I guess because
yeah.
YouTube keeps it running. I'm glad they let us come right back on again.
Yeah, getting back on is not a problem.
Yeah, goes pretty quick. Randy, Tar Heel, are you getting any number? Are you extracting? Are you getting any quantity? What's your numbers looking like this year compared to a different year?
You're asking me, Nancy, or not?
No,
Who you
Randy,
asking that?
Tar Heel. Tar
Randy.
Heel. Yeah, because I think trying to remember where he is.
Hmm,
Pennsylvania. Yeah, Tom's running with scissors.
yeah. Yeah, I'm doing some background checking. StreamYard doesn't say they're having any issues.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
don't know if they know it.
Yeah.
Um so anyway, yeah, I don't know. We were talking about the my virgin that went out. She went out and got I didn't clip her or mark her because it was 5 o'clock and I wanted to oh, it was 5 o'clock and I wanted to get in here. I need to get a shower and get cleaned up for the chat. Tar Heel, I'm just asking what your numbers are for your flood, like if what you extracted or what you're looking to extract. Hey, Dennis. Yeah, Tar Heel, like are you coming in at your regular numbers that you have before? I'm back. I don't know how long it takes for me to get back. You know what? I'm gonna change my Wi-Fi. I'm gonna change my Wi-Fi to 5G. See. Yeah, Dennis, we're thinking it's StreamYard.
I think it's StreamYard.
So I changed my Wi-Fi to 5G. We'll see if that makes a difference. Bye, honey.
I'm running 5G and 4G on my router.
Oh, only 30 pounds, Tar Heel. 30 pounds?
30
That's
pounds
all
less
left?
than last year. Yeah, I'm 60 pounds less.
Per colony. Tar Heel, per colony or for the whole pool? Oh, Dennis was having the same problem yesterday. Were you on StreamYard, Dennis? We think it's StreamYard. 30 pounds less over your whole pool or 30 pounds per hive? That makes a big difference.
I'm 60 pounds per hive.
For the whole pool.
Wow.
Oh, well, that's
I'm down 800 pounds. Well, 700 pounds. Seven.
yeah.
I
I
should
don't know
be
if I'll get a third. I'll be lucky if I get a third.
out of my 16 hives. 14 of them were very strong, and 2 of them were just medium. So I'll go with 14 hives. If I would have got my regular, yeah, I would have
Huh?
got 1,100 pounds, and I'm only going to get probably 400 pounds. So yeah, I'm probably down about 700 pounds, 75%.
Hmm. Oh, you were
Just
watching
because,
you. Okay.
yeah, just because it rained, we blew the record amount of rain for April. And first 3 weeks of May started that way, but then we didn't get rain the last week, so it was just number 8 wettest May ever.
Oh, okay. You're on
Yes,
Sourwood. Tar
sourwood.
Heels on Sourwood.
Yeah. Where I live, all the trees are done. Now it's just
Yeah, I don't think
clover
I don't
and wildflowers. Well, now Nancy dropped out, but I'm here. I'm still on. Woo! That's weird. So Nancy, but see, my StreamYard's still running, but hers has dropped out. They're back.
I'm getting frustrated.
Yeah. Well, you've had 3. I've had 8, I think.
Yeah.
I even rebooted my computer.
I'm gonna throw all caution to the wind here and see if I can play a video. Might as well break it good if I'm gonna break it.
There you
Uh,
go.
I've never tried to play a video before.
He gets a lot of sourwood.
Can you see that?
Yeah. That's your smoker can?
Yeah. That was tonight, 5 o'clock. So I didn't close the lid on my smoker because I wanted the dramatic flare.
Yeah. Oh, I think video is running.
Yeah.
That is cool. I think I'm going to invest one of those steel cans. Is that a 2 gallon
Yeah, little
can about?
aluminum.
Is that like a
Hmm.
2 gallon size?
Oh no, it's more than a two, just five. I would say five, seven, perhaps 5 or 7. It's as big, if maybe a smidge bigger than a 5 gallon bucket.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Now where
go to
are
the
we?
Army
Oh, that
Depot.
was me.
We have it and see if they got one of those large ammo cases.
Yeah, the ammo cases are expensive as heck.
No, not if you, well, I was going to see if I can get a secondhand one. You're right, they are expensive.
Kaylin. So Kaylin is my mentee this year. She's my mentee for this year.
Okay. Does does she have any bees?
She just got her 2 5 frames. Yeah, she's getting three. She's getting three. I gave her. She got two nukes and then a third one that we're prepping. So
Okay.
she got two so far.
So she'll have three going into winter. Perfect.
Yes. Yep. Let's see what this one is. Yeah. I did take quite a bit. I did take quite a few pictures today when I was just down because I was going to do a split and then I didn't have to do it. So I took a bunch of pictures.
Gotcha. I was going to test if I could do streaming out in my yard, but I didn't do that today. I was too busy.
Yes, you can. You can. Uh Hold on a second. You can do streaming out in your yard. Oh, Tom's gone. There he is. You can do streaming out in your yard. You just have to make sure you have.
Yeah, I got Wi-Fi out in my barn, so I might be able to.
Yeah, you definitely should. Okay, so is milkweed and honeybees have a little bit of a love-hate relationship.
Yep.
Sometimes the nectar is so thick and so strong that it actually adheres to the legs of the bee and won't allow them to take off. And you'll find dead bees on your milkweed that are stuck. They have so much nectar on their feet that it sticks them to the flower. How do I just keep this running? Ooh, do we have sound? Can you hear sound?
I think you can do. There's an option for sound when you loaded it, I believe, Nancy.
Yeah, but here I'm seeing, yeah, I'm just trying to see if the sound, yes, there was sound when I recorded it, but I just don't see it happening here. So
Yeah, I
Darren,
got a
hi
lot of that.
Darren. Welcome,
Hey, hi,
Darren.
Darren.
Uh yeah, I don't know if I like sourwood or not. I can't remember if I had it.
I don't think I've ever had it. If I did, I didn't know it.
Yeah, I guess the only, like you'd have to buy that from Bob Binney when you're down there. Well, now you got to drive. Darren, you got to drive to the expo. Now you got to drive
There
to
you
the
go.
expo
And make
so you
that
can
your
bring back.
first stop so he has some because I know he sells out quick.
You got to drive it home, or you know what? Hey, you know what you could do? You could throw it in Toothaker's truck on the way home because he'll be empty. Toothaker is right near you, isn't he, Darren? You and Toothaker should be within an hour, within an hour of each other, I'd say.
That's a good idea.
Oh, Pennsyltucky. Listen, did you see
Yeah.
what Pennsyltucky said? Oh, oh,
Hey,
yeah.
it might work better.
3 hours. Darren, you're 3 hours from well, that's closer than the expo. You're 3 hours from Toothaker? Huh. He's York. Actually, Darren, I think I'm forgetting where you are because Toothaker's York, I think.
Oh, now we lost Nancy. You're right. We can't stream anything consistently. It's not us. It's the internet, StreamYard.
Carlisle. Oh, you're State College. Oh. So you can go, do you go to the Pennsylvania conference in what is that? November-ish, I want to say. I stopped going to the state conference and started going to the expo. I don't want to do two. I don't want to do November and then turn around and go again in January. Did you go to the state conference, Darren? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Bundy.
Hi, Bundy. So, Darren, did you meet me? Did we ever meet in person? I know you weren't at the expo last year. Were you there you were there the year before, but we may not have known each other 2 years ago.
I think I've met
Would have.
Darren. If I remember right.
I would have I would have been working for Dirt Rooster that year. And I used to try to look at people's tags when they came into the store, or their little stand there. Met 2 year. Okay, I tried to
I
read
was
people's
I
tags.
was came and would have your name plus your company name or your beekeeping name.
Well, he put the state on. He started putting the state. So
Yeah,
so I would look at the little like to see if people, what state they were, and if they were Pennsylvania, then I kind of, asked a little more. Oh, where and all that. So I
right.
probably did that with Darren, but
'Cause
yeah.
a lot of people knew me as Mac and not Tom.
Oh, well, I didn't start my channel until February this year. I started just a couple months ago.
Yeah, yeah, two
So,
years ago.
Caitlin, are you still on? Ask about the entrances. Put your questions in all caps. We met at Rooster Stand. I made you shake my hand to remember me. Apparently, oops. Oh, now I feel terrible. Well, you know what? In person, I think I get you and Brian from Colorado mixed up because I think you're like the same height, same age, same color, hair
Yeah,
and stuff, right? Darren and Brian, they're kind of, you could, in a group of 4,000, you could get them mixed up. 2,000.
Darren, have you put a YouTube out lately? I don't remember seeing one, any notices or anything. Hey, Keith.
Hey, Keith. What's up, Keith? Well, we keep getting thrown off StreamYard, Keith. Can you work some
Yeah,
magic?
I've crashed three
We look the
times.
same. Yes. See, they do look the same, except he's better. Oh, okay. Brian's better looking.
And Brian will say just the opposite.
Um, bzz, that's but oh, Skeet. Yeah, we keep getting thrown off. Like, so the stage will go yellow or whatever, green, and then me and Tom will come back. I think it's only a couple seconds. But yeah, so we were talking about entrances. So um tell me in the chat over here, and you want to put it in all caps. What's your rule of thumb for entrances? How far are your colonies from each other? And then in addition, how far are your entrances? Like, you know,
Her turn to drop out, but I'm here still. So she wants to talk about how far are your boxes and how far are your entrances from each other.
here goes Tom. I don't think I look like anybody from the expo. There's no other northern women with big mouths. Oh, there's all those sweet southern girls. Flower students, you know, real good, pretty happy, tired but happy. Okay. You in another market today, Keith? You got a Wednesday market too? Oh, I have a Wednesday. Speaking of markets, now that it's come up, I have a market next Wednesday night, Mount Airy. It's actually technically Philadelphia. So next Wednesday, Tom doesn't know it yet, but we're gonna switch. I'm gonna go Tuesday. Tom, we're gonna switch next week.
We're going to switch next week.
Market. I got a market next week.
Okay, so you're going to do
When,
Tuesday and I'm going to do Wednesday.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so Keith is Tuesday, Wednesday. Every week you the same three. Ooh, that's a lot of work. I know. I only have two. I'll have two in one week, but not three.
And I won't be doing any this year or next year because I don't have any honey.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I still have some honey from last year. I'll buy honey. I'll have to buy honey.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking for somebody to buy at least 3 5-gallon pails, 5 gallons. So anybody on the stream's got any available buckets, I need to go get some.
Got a lot of honey. Yeah,
Hey,
but Keith,
Keith,
you're
you
not
got a lot
parting
of
with
honey.
any. Keith ain't
I
parting with any. He made that clear the other night. You're not parting with any. Tom, you better get it now, because like, I mean, they're just it's from St. Louis to New Jersey that there's
I
no honey.
know there's no
Us
honey.
guys, us little guys.
I know. I got to go down to Tennessee or North Carolina or something. Southern Kentucky.
So how far are you from Benny? How
Benny.
far are you?
I don't know where he's at. Look at he's in Kentucky somewhere, isn't he?
Like, no, I think it's Georgia, North
Georgia.
Carolina. Hey
I
Keith,
mean,
where's Bob Benny's
well, Bob Benny,
Blue
he's in
Ridge?
North Carolina. Yeah, that's probably a 7-hour drive. That's a
Oh,
commitment to go down to him.
oh, Bruce? Yeah, but Bruce just as far. He's Alabama.
Yeah, right. I was hoping to find somebody in southern part of Kentucky to Tennessee
Yeah.
because I don't think
Hmm.
you know
Yes.
Tennessee's.
Right. Okay, Keith. Yeah. That's what I thought off the top of my
Okay,
head.
yeah.
Shipping. Nah, you're not gonna ship 5-gallon buckets. That would be, gosh, that'd be way too expensive.
Yeah, I'd drive there. I told Keith I'd drive down to his place. We can visit. I can check out his half track and his toys and
Uh,
buy some honey from him. 5 gallon buckets, but I know he
No, I
sells
had
a
no
ton.
idea what a half track was for like 6 months, and I didn't have the nerve to ask him. And I don't know what the heck's a half track. Half track of what? Why you only got half a track? You drive your train on half a track.
It's called half track.
Oh, anyway, so before I get thrown off again, so entrances. Tell me, you guys, like, so you have two colonies. How far apart do you put your colonies? And then, in addition, how far apart do you put your entrances? Like, do you put them all on the, you know, what would that be? The south side or the north side, whatever. Like, how far are your entrances from each other? Maybe not so much the colonies, but the entrances. Oh, hey, Stu. Yeah, I know now because I saw a picture of old Bertha or whatever the heck it is. Bertha? Bertha? Yeah, I got to see the Keith's pictures of the wheels on the front and the tracks on the back.
Yeah,
10 inches, Dennis. Ooh, 10 inches. A foot apart and facing southeast. Okay. 12 inches. Ah, mine are at least, I offset them too. So one's a little fronter, one's a little more forward than the other, like a cinder block, I guess. And they're probably at least 24 inches, a foot apart. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that there's, there's not a right way or a wrong way. I'm just curious of what, I don't remember ever asking anybody 6 foot and 3 inch openings. Oh, so 6 foot. Okay. I like to at least get between the colonies and be able to move a little bit. So I have them spaced so I can get in there and kind of maneuver things around or, reach to the front or move frames from one to the next, stuff like that. Yeah. I flip over the outer cover and I put boxes on it, or I put them on their short side, leaning up. If they're, heavy and propolized, I'll put them on the short side on the ground. So good enough is foot apart. Now, is that the entrances or your colonies? Good enough. Yeah, and I know. Okay, I know they're all faced. I've seen them do that with the nukes, the five framers. There's Caitlin taking notes. Good girl. But see all the diversity, Caitlin? I mean, these guys are from all over the country. Like Good Enough's from Vermont. Stu is from Stu, where are you from? Hey, Bundy. Uh, Joe, Stu's doing one more beehive we'll do for that guy. It's actual double.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, where is Stu? Where is it on the West Virginia or West Virginia? Okay. Is it on the ground? The beehive removal? Or is it or yes, they're born in a cabbage patch. Hives are a foot apart. Okay, so hives are a foot apart, but your entrances could be a foot and
That's weird. On the up on the hill behind the barn. Okay.
oh, cool.
Yeah, it is.
That's cool. I'd love to go tearing into something like that. That'd be neat. I'd probably put my jacket on. I would put a
Yeah.
jacket on to do that. I have a jacket that has a hood and all kinds of cool zippers and little elastic things around the wrists and stuff. It's in a tote somewhere in my garage, but I do have one.
Well, you can see in my pictures, all my hives are about 6 to 7 inches apart. It's enough room that I can put a 5 frame Jester Easy Nook in between. And then my entrances are 30 inches apart. And I run
Right,
it
because
two
you're
inch. Yeah, because I'm doing it the warm way, so my entrances are only 2 inches wide by 3/8,
mm,
right in the center of every box.
yeah, I just worry about having them. One of the reasons that I don't have mine real close, one is because I like to work in between them, but um I don't know, the robbing that goes back and forth, like it's so easy, you know? I mean, the honey could be going back and forth every other day. It takes what, 4 hours to rob out a strong colony?
Yeah,
4 to 5 hours. So it can happen when you're not in a day that you're not even there.
but I have anti-robbing entrances on my hive. Whatever goes in doesn't come out.
Oh, you have what do you got on there?
I have my all my entrances when they go in, they have to go in another inch. So 3/4 inch through the board, then they go in 1 inch through a plastic opening, and they come out the sides. So
Mm,
they have to go 1 3/4 inches before they find how to get into the hive. So anything that goes in that hive that's not from that hive thinks the entrance is in the front of the box. And then when they go back to get out, they don't know they have to go back up 1 inch to get out. Works for yellow jackets. It works for other bees in my own yard. Even though every one of those hives are set up the same way, when they go in, when a bee tries to go in and rob a hive and get in there, it won't make itself back out because it doesn't know how to get out.
Hi, compound.
It works.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm looking to buy a 3D printer and start mass producing them and selling them.
The drift, yeah. So drift. So I one of the projects I had to do for my drone class, or no, it was Queen class, I think I took, was marking drones. So one colony got all blue drones, one colony got all green drones, one colony got all red drones, and then you watch the front porches like an hour later, a day later, or when you were doing an inspection, and you had every color drone in there. Like they drift.
Drones drip all the time. They don't care what hive they go in during the spring and summer. So Nancy dropped out this time. She's back.
Drones drift, crazy. Like, they're gonna go wherever they'll get fed, but I mean,
Yeah.
coming in loaded with nectar and pollen, they're going to get in. The workers are going to get in any colony. They're going to let them in as long as they're loaded down.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah. Drones
So
have a special privilege. They can go in any hive.
yeah.
I even find them in my splits. It's like, oh,
Well,
okay.
yeah,
They're already letting drones in.
I think they'll hop onto a swarm too, real quick. I know other
Yeah.
bees will. I know other bees passing by will. They'll hop onto a swarm. But I mean, I'm sure drones do because they're going to get fed.
Yeah. Hey, honeybee compound. Man, I'm tired. Working out in the bee.
Piss ants. Piss ants. What are piss ants? Can eat 9 supers in 5 weeks. Wow. The big black ants compound, like the carpenter ants, or little black ant. Well, the little black ants, they don't bother my hives. They stay up top. The bees keep them up. Tiny ants. Oh. Yeah, the tiny ants never get into my colonies. They keep them. They're up like underneath the insulation in the inner cover. It's usually where I see them mostly. Is in but colonies they keep the black ants, the big black ants. They uh they can be a little more problematic. It takes about 4 to 5 hours to rob out a decent colony.
Yeah.
Less time you're down. Yeah, it can do some real damage on a weak kind. So if you see yellow jackets getting in when it's that time of the year, which will be in another month or so, you see yellow jackets going in and not coming right out 2 seconds later. That's a weak colony, and it could be set up for disaster.
Well, in my case, Nancy, if a yellow jacket gets in, it's not coming back out.
Yeah, yeah. Well, mine go in like I want to see them go in and come out in the same second. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
If they go in and they're in there longer than 3 seconds, I know that they breached the security, and
Right.
there'll be more going in and going and telling their friends. And if that colony is
Right.
already weak, it'll just
Yeah.
get weaker and weaker.
I gotta check see if I got a picture of that. My entrance.
The tiny ant, what I don't like about the tiny ants is they crawl up my arms. That is why I'm moving a colony that seems to be so. I have two colonies that seem to be so ant prone, and I think it's the location. So I'm just going to move one I already moved, and the other one I'm going to move because not because the ants are bothering the bees, but because the ants bother me. If I don't get them all off with my hive tool, like in the inner cover, if I take my insulation off, my double bubble, and then scrape them with my hive tool, if I don't get them all, and they start crawling up my arms, then I'm not happy. Can you show did you find your picture? Ah, he's gone again. So one of the things that I know, cheap cinnamon sprinkle around the hive. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I know, Stu. I know. They start crawling up your arms. I think they're gonna take a nibble. And you can't be being bitten by ants or whatever yeah, not stung, I guess bite. You can't be bitten by ants when you're trying to get in there and work a colony. That's just not conducive to being healthy. So jumping spiders. I have a picture, but I'm almost afraid to go get it. Um, every one of my colonies has a jumping spider living in the outer cover, and I leave them there. And they're nice and fat and happy because they control other pests around the colony and they live in harmony with the bees. So I never take off a black jumping spider. They're hidden in there. Like when I go to open that lid, they hide. Yeah. Stu. Where is my here it is. I'm gonna send it to myself. I'm gonna show you this picture here in a second. I have black ants. My Fort Washington colony. My Fort Washington colonies had some black ants, but that was because they were in the shed. They have a shed that I'm getting rid of. I'm going to store everything outside because the shed is almost worse. I had ants, mice. Then if I store everything stacked outside, let me see if I can go get this picture. All right. Where's Tom? I'm looked for a picture.
When I change browsers to see if that does any difference. I can't get my background to work in this browser. You can see my office, my desk, my son's old bedroom. I can't get the background to work for some reason.
No, not that one. Not that one. Hold on. Here we go. Tom, I think we're going to give up on you. Here we go. Tom, I think we're going to give up on you.
Hey Sam, what's up?
So, can you see? I don't know if you can see that there.
No, it's gonna be open it's gonna be open.
Huh?
Hold on, Nancy, I'll be back. What?
This
Yeah.
here is this is
I'm gonna
I
have
wish I
Karen
could bring this up
finish it out,
better.
After they put the tires and the sealer down, they left it on. It got that big heavy rain and it locked itself out.
No, I just removed him because I didn't know how to mute him. Boy, there's some Billy Bob stuff tonight here, ain't? Gotta love it. Anyway, so this is a jumping spider, a little black jumping spider, little fuzzy looking things. Pretty cool looking up close. But they live in the web there. So when you take this outer cover off, they stay in there. And that little spider, I think, really keeps down other pests. I guess the ants, the big ants. Now this is the colony that has the little ants, so I guess he's trying to take care of those as best he can. But I like those spiders. I leave them in my colonies. I like each colony to have at least one of those little black spiders.
Okay.
Oh, Stu, you said, yeah, there's no way I'm going to try to open Facebook with all these issues now, Stu. So, uh, I don't think I should try to open Facebook.
I just got off of Google. I went onto my private VPN link and see if that fixes it. I just had to do some settings
Hey, Granada.
to allow.
Hi, Granada. And Philip. Wow, people pouring in left and right. Philip, we're having a heck of a time with StreamYard. We keep getting blasted out. Coming right back in. What is still blooming in my area? Nothing. It rains every day, like crazy thunderstorms every day. So nothing. I mean, I got ground flowers now. I got the um what's the purple ones? The oh, cone flowers.
Well, cornflowers.
Echinacea, yes.
Bees can't work coneflowers. They can't get to it.
Oh, these are echinaceas then. The purple with
Okay.
they work these. The ones I have them right outside my window here. I'm going to show you. I'll turn you around and show you. See them? Can you see them?
Okay. Yep.
I don't know if you can. Now, Tom, your microphone you're really muted.
Really?
You're really muted. I don't know if you yeah, I don't know if you could see through the window.
Is that speaker better?
It sounds like you're underwater. Yeah, Darren, he doesn't kill his spiders either. I don't. I like them there. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna take enough bees to make they're more better than that than not. Yeah, cone flowers. I think echinacea cone flowers. I don't really know the difference. Purple cone flower, echinaceas. They're all kind of the same. All right, what are we talking about here? Let's get a subject. Let's get some discussion. I'd like somebody else to come in the studio too. Milkweed, mimosa. Oh yeah, okay. So there are some milkweed and mimosa, the mimosa tree, but I don't know how much they work them. I'm not sure if they really work those here. You can't really tell. I mean, unless you get up on a ladder, but milkweed definitely. I got ground flowers.
So it's definitely a StreamYard because they even crashed on my site that I was on before.
Mm. Yeah, Tom, I wanted to ask you about your clover. Like you got clover in your yard, but how much, hey buddy? Hi. How much clover do you really need? Like how much clover? You're talking like acres, right? Don't you need like acres?
Well,
Acres?
I probably have an acre and a half of clover to 2 acres, acre and a half of clover mixed in with weeds and grass, but most of it's clover. Because I've been trying to get all clover. I'm trying to weed out the weed, the weeds that the bees don't touch, and put my whole yard in clover slash some grass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
mowed.
changed different browsers.
Oh wow, compound.
Uh,
Are you talking about your mimosas? Can you stand? I had some seeds, some mimosa seeds I planted, but nothing ever happened. You talking about your mimosa trees?
Yeah, they hit those.
I don't have any mimosas. Like when I see a mimosa, it's not anywhere I can go look. I heard they work them. They can work them.
I always have bees working my clover, even when trees are blooming.
Yeah, I don't. I mowed today, and some of the bigger patches needed to be, yes, okay, mimosas. There you go. Uh yeah, so I mowed a lot of mine off so it'll rebloom.
Right.
Louis just woke up. Sorry, you just woke up. Good morning. Good morning, Bumper.
Yeah, that was my son that called me earlier. He's going to come over tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, I actually I threw you off because I didn't know how to unmute you. Well, I guess it was the same button. Duh. Could have done that.
Yeah.
Coneflower, echinacea is the correct spelling. There you go. Yes. I actually have a bumblebee on there right now. Bumblebee,
Yeah.
not a
That
honeybee.
bumblebees love them.
Yeah. And then I had, oh, probably thousands of these big, tall, blue, uh, I don't know what they are. I don't think it's not catmint. It's something else. I started them from seed and then they just took off. Had thousands of them. I cut them down, but the bees visited those. I have a
Hmm.
handful, but these are ground flowers. These are for me. Like I plant this
Right.
stuff for me. I have some poppies, some pink poppies. Uh, I got a whole huge yard of zinnia started. They're about a foot and a half tall. I do a whole big field of cosmos. And I mean, I think the bees do, they work them a little bit, but those are for me.
Mm, what's six?
Sunflowers, I do a whole ton of sunflowers. I just use the bird seed and broadcast it out, and it comes up real nice.
Nancy, probably just on my private drive, there is at least 10 acres of clover.
Oh,
There's a lot.
wow.
I only got two neighbors that they live on 5 acre lots. And I only have two neighbors that spray because you're spraying that much land, it costs a lot of money. That's good for
Yeah, yeah,
neighbors. So after 3 or 5 years, they'll figure out that it's not worth spraying their yard, and they're
yeah.
getting clover.
And why would you want
Yeah,
5 acres of grass? Like I'm trying to reduce. We only have not even an acre. Well, it wasn't even. Yeah, it was like less than half an acre where the house was
yeah.
with grass, and I'm reducing that every year.
Well, that's why I went with clover. You only got to cut it like 3 times just to get it reflowering.
Mm-hmm.
Twice in the spring and once maybe here in a few weeks. And that's about it. And it doesn't grow that tall. So you don't have to mow. I don't have to cut my grass like everybody else does. I might cut it every once in a while at my 7 inch height so I don't cut the clover too much to knock the weeds down. That's it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. There's a couple years that I have golf cart tracks down through my apiary, so I would seed the center with white, and that was kind of cool. All the
That's
paths
cool.
were white, you know.
Right.
But that's not all the time. That's not all the time. Not every year does it look like that. Because not every year do I need to replenish my nitrogen.
Yeah, that's what I do, Gary. I can set my zero turn at 7 inches. So it
Ooh.
doesn't nip the clover.
I think the more I cut mine, the more it grows. I mine set at 3.5 inches, and then I
That's
cut
what I
it. It
normally
grows
cut
more.
grass. Right. Yeah,
Hmm.
red grows taller than white.
Yeah, I do a lot of crimson clover. I
I'm
buy that
looking
by
at
the pounds, 10 pounds. About
right.
10 pounds of that. It didn't flower for me this year though. Usually it's beautiful. I think it was too wet.
And I want to plant some yellow clover because the bees really love yellow clover.
I got a ton of it. I didn't see any bees on it at all. But that's
I
that's
got a
not,
little,
it's not because they don't like it. It's something else was flowering at the time.
I got a little bit of it. Sweet yellow clover. Oh, we lost Nancy now. It's her turn.
Crimson doesn't reflower. Well, I don't. It's too tall to mow. Actually, I no. I don't.
Oh, now she dropped out again.
All right, kids. I had enough of this. I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's too nerve-wracking. You can't. I feel like I can't start a conversation. So when this goes off again, I'll see you tomorrow.
And if I lock off, I'm not going to get back on, Nancy.
Yeah, me neither. I think
So
our friends are on anyway, and tomorrow night is who's tomorrow night?
Ricky
Barker.
at 8:30.
Yeah, horizontal. And then isn't Barker's Bees? Isn't he doing one Thursday? But he's Utah, so I guess for us on the East Coast, it's not till like 9, 10 o'clock he comes on.
Yeah, it's late. He does the West Coast. We do the East Coast, Central Coast. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've gotten a good tan this year. Not even a farmer's tan, regular
yeah,
tan.
I did.
Working out in the bee
I
yard just with my shorts. And that people think I'm crazy, but
Oh no, I think that's becoming more the norm. Yep, Tom's gone. Yeah, this stinks. Beekeeper tan. Well, yeah. My first year I didn't get a tan at all because I wore long sleeves and long pants and I didn't get any sun. But all right guys. I'm going because this is just too frustrating to be thrown off all the time. So we'll see you around. Oh, Charlie, heads up. Charlie is uh having his chat on the 4th because I guess I mean I'm glad because I'm not going anywhere. We don't do anything on 4th of July. So Charlie is having his chat on the 4th. So we will see you Friday night. If we don't catch you tomorrow night. All right, guys. Good night.